College tuition in the past 30 years has increased by 177%. This has caused 44% of incoming freshmen to take a student loan. But this is, of course, because of inflation. As house income increases, so will tuition. When it is all said and done, research has shown that 69% of graduates have some type of student loan. So this poses a question. Should tuition be more affordable, or should it stay the same? But then again, it is not that simple.
What is your name?
Aaron Fregosa.
And what college do you plan on going to?
I plan to go to Fresno State.
Okay, so I'm here with
Mike Lamb.
Okay, and were you a former college student?
I am.
I'm here with.
I'm Sally.
Hello, I'm here with.
Kevin Sandoval.
And what is your current position with college?
I'm looking forward to attending SDSU for 4 years after high school.
What comes to mind when you hear tuition?
With tuition, it's just stress.
Future debt for young people, like people that are in that current age, 18 to 25.
There's way too many families that are question education just because of tuition.
It's actually paying the teachers, paying the facility, the institute of keep providing programs to students yearly, and without that contribution from the students, a big financial burden on the institutions too. With that said, governments has provided some of the amounts donated to students, like financial aid and other resources like scholarships and other things. Also is given to the college education's institutions.
When I hear tuition, I think of high debts and also debts that are leaving students financially crippled after college.
What is your experience with college tuition?
Mine was very low when I went in the 80s, so I didn't see anything, but as having children who've gone through, that price or that cost has greatly escalated over time. And it's more than the rate of cost of living has gone up.
College I went through a programs of nursing school, and I applied for financial aid, scholarship, and my experience with tuitions that these things was provided by the government based on the income, and I had my tuition completed. At the same time, the institution has provided me with the program classes and educations I needed to become successful.
Currently, I'm working a job to be able to pay off these debts when I'm older, so I'm not left in a bad financial state. You just gotta work and work to pay off debts.
Do you think schools use their profits on improving education?
Yeah, of course, I believe some of it should at least go to education, right? Like, it'd be kind of dumb without. I don't think they use all of their income on education, of course.
I think schools are using profits to improve education, yes.
If they don't utilize it, where does it go?
I think maybe a little bit, not all toward education. I think they do a lot with education, but I do think they use more, from when I was in college compared to now, there's a lot more student-centered information and student-centered things for colleges, like the campus rec center, and they do a lot more to keep people and create a community, so I like that part of it.
Do you think the current tuition prices are set at the right amount?
No, I do not believe current tuition is set at the right amount, because there are too many cases in which intelligent people just can't go to college that they dream of and could better themselves in, just because they don't have the income for it.
Do you think college tuition prices are set at the right amount?
Yes, I do.
I think that current tuition prices are not set at the right amount and that they should be lowered.
It could be expensive for students, and it's a cumbersome for the family and parents to have a higher expenses for the tuitions. But then college needs some money to just develop more curriculum and educations, pay teachers, and at the same time, they need to get paid to provide all the educations for students. It's very expensive, and it's very financially a burden, but at the end, it's worth it for both sides.
It is economically incapable for tuition to be cheaper. Due to inflation, prices will keep increasing. When you pay for college, you don't just pay for education. Lowering tuition prices will only put colleges at a disadvantage. Campus quality will have to step down, employees will have to take a pay cut. Sports and events will cheapen. While tuition is very pricey, there are also alternatives provided to help pay for it. Scholarships and grants have always been available. FAFSA is also available, and community college is always an option.
Do you still encourage others to attend four-year colleges with rising tuition costs?
Of course, of course. Education is always worth the amount. It's just, in some cases, some people can't take that trade-off.
It's the opportunity cost of not going over your lifetime is about $1.5 million. So I think it's a great decision to make while you're young.
I think that it's proven that having a degree leads to higher wages when you're older. So yes.
I still advocate that in the sense that it could be a reasonable amount to pay, not in, it depends on the educations, depends on the programs, reasonable amounts for students not to be intimidated to continue college and after their graduations to be in debts. It should be the same amount based on the education.
Student loan debt is one of the most common types of debt in America, and it affects hundreds of thousands of students each year. Could we fix this? Should we fix this? The simple answer is yes, as there is so much value in giving the people of America better education and training. This improvement in work will increase productivity and efficiency in the economy and eventually lead to a quicker development throughout the country.